They voted, and we need to understand the importance behind this bill and what it means now if it passes through the House of Representatives after just passing through the Senate. Let's get right into it. But if you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to subscribe by hitting that button right down below the video. It's totally free to do so, and so I can keep you updated each and every day during this very busy time as information continues to change very, very rapidly. I'm watching everything closely. I'm doing all the research, and I break it down in these short videos, which I deliver a couple times each and every day right here on the channel, so you can get the latest details hot off the wire as information is being released and as it is being discussed. So again, thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so quite yet, and I promise you my commitment to you and this community as a whole is to be here right by your side to help you out in any way that I can, as well as make sure that you're staying updated with everything going on during this very busy time. All right, thank you so much. Let's jump right into the video. All right, so I do want to talk about this bill that was just passed through the Senate and what it would mean if it actually passes through the House of Representatives now, especially for those individuals who are low income. It's something very important that we need to understand. All right, I also want to talk about something else here for just a second. COVID. Remember that? It seems like this old, ancient word that we haven't heard in quite a while now. However, I think it is still very much around right now based on the research that I just came across. However, it seems that there's some other things going on around the country and around the world right now that have probably caught the attention of most of us as of recently anyway. However, I did find some new information on COVID that I came across that I certainly want to let you know about in this video. Now, as of recently, and I've actually mentioned this here over the last couple of days in previous videos, it seems like COVID for the most part has just kind of disappeared. Well, that's actually not the case, according to this new information that I found, and I want to make sure that you know about this. At the same time, we've also seen a lot of these restrictions that we've had out there, like mask mandates and all kinds of other things, all of a sudden suddenly lifted here over the last week or so. A lot of these restrictions have been lifted across many different states. But anyway, I want to share with you what I found. Here's what's interesting. So as of right now, we thought, COVID was kind of disappearing, but they're now telling us there is this new variant, Omicron BA, otherwise known as the stealth variant. It's the BA2. Yes, it's even a new variant off of the variant. So it's like a subvariant of a subvariant. Yeah, if that makes any sense to anybody. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Maybe you are, but I understand it on a very basic level. Anyway, what they're now telling us is this new variant is found in all the states across the entire country, and it is actually increasing in case count on a pretty regular basis. So, very interesting, but yeah, COVID apparently is still very much a thing, and apparently it is still very much around right now. So, anyway, just want to let you know what I found, because very interestingly, over the last, week and a half or so, it seems like, well, probably more like 2 weeks or so, it seems like COVID has kind of just disappeared for the most part, and it seems like I haven't really been finding a whole lot of information about it. But I did find this, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. I haven't seen anything about COVID for a while, so I decided to read about it a little bit more, and that's what I found. So anyway, I want to let you know, either way, stay safe out there. I think all of us at this point, we're pretty much pretty pros at it by now, right? We're into this thing for 2 years now. I think we're all pretty much pros at dodging this thing, right? Or that's what we think anyway. Anyway, just want you to stay safe and let you know the latest updates on COVID as of now. All right, let's quickly talk about this bill that just passed through the Senate and what it means now as it goes on to the House of Representatives. What happens if this bill actually does pass through the House, and what happens going forward, especially for those people who are low income? All right, so here's what this actually entails. So, the Senate has just passed a bill to end the Public Health Emergency Declaration. Okay, what does this mean? Well, as of right now, the Public Health the Public Health Emergency Declaration is set to expire on April 15th as of right now. Well, they just voted in the Senate to let it expire and be done with it so that we can all go back to our normal ways of life. However, here's what happened. It passed in the Senate 48-47. All Republicans voted in favor of letting it expire and just be done with it so we can go back to our normal lives, and all Democrats voted against it, saying, no, we've got to keep the public health emergency in place because COVID is still very much a thing right now, and we can't go back to our normal lives. So again, I'm not taking sides. I'm simply simply telling you this is the discussion. This was kind of the back and forth between people in Congress, especially the Senate. Anyway, now it moves on to the House. Now, I want to talk about this a little bit more because we need to understand what this actually means if this passes and if they do actually remove and let the public health emergency declaration actually expire. So, as of right now, Nancy Pelosi in the House, remember, she's the person who basically makes the calls on what bills come to the floor and actually which bills are held for a vote. As of right now, Nancy Pelosi said she has no intentions of holding this for a vote in the House of Representatives. If that's the case, then obviously it's not going to pass, right? If they don't vote on it, it doesn't pass. So, if that's the case, that's what we'll see going forward in the House. However, if she holds a vote on this and it does pass, that's what this means. Okay, so if it passes through the House of Representatives, remember, it already passed through the Senate. It's done in the Senate. It passed. Now, if it passes through the House of Representatives after Nancy Pelosi brings it to the floor, if she even does that in the first place, here's what would happen. On April 15th, when, as of right now anyway, provided it doesn't get extended out again, if it does expire, the Public Health Emergency Declaration, a couple things. Number one, for those of you who receive SNAP benefits, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, if you are currently receiving a boost or emergency boost on your benefits right now, that is going in place simply because of the Public Health Emergency Declaration. As long as that is in place, states are given the authorization to continue to distribute the emergency funds. However, when the public health emergency expires or no longer extended, states cannot do that anymore. So if you're somebody receiving SNAP benefits, when/if the public health emergency expires, you could see a dramatic drop in your SNAP benefits if you are receiving the emergency allotment right now. Not all states are doing this. There's only about 20 or 22 states that are still offering this emergency allocation right now, this emergency limit, right? So there's only about 20 states right now, 20, maybe 22 states. I just saw the list a little while ago. It's about 20 to 22 states right now that are offering this. But if this public health emergency expires, you're probably not going to receive that the emergency benefit anymore. So I just want to let you know this is something we got to watch very closely. Here's the deal. Whether it expires on April 15th or whether it expires in 2023, there will be a day when it does expire. I just got to let you know that. Now, will it happen on April 15th? I'm not really sure. We won't know. Either it's going to expire or the president will come in and extend it once again. Or the House of Representatives will vote on it and allow it to expire. Again, only time will tell on that one. Now, there's another thing here, too, I want you to point out as well. For those individuals who are drawing on Medicaid, not Medicare, Medicaid, here's what's happening. Over the last couple of years here, since the Public Health Emergency Declaration has been put in place, a lot of people have been drawing on Medicaid, and for the most part, those applicants and those individuals who have been getting services, for the most part, they have not been auditing all of these recipients of Medicaid. But they've also mentioned once the public health emergency declaration is dropped or allowed to expire, they're probably going to go in and start removing people from receiving Medicaid benefits because they're going to start going in and feeling and determining who is actually eligible for these benefits going forward. Therefore, it may actually result in a lot of people dropping from their Medicaid benefits once that public health emergency declaration actually does expire. Now, again, I just want to make it very clear. I know recently in a few videos I've been coming out telling you different things that are coming, that are happening, and what's going on out there. Now, again, I want to make it very clear. I am not here to scare anybody. I'm not here to instill fear, but I do want to let you know what is going on and what may be coming. We're in a really weird time right now. Of course, we know what's going on globally right now, right? I think we all know what I'm talking about. And at the same time, we're also kind of somewhat coming out of this COVID situation. Therefore, we're starting to see some of these restrictions starting to be lifted. We're starting to see some of these emergency measures that were put in place about 2 years ago starting to be lifted. We're starting to see some of these other declarations. The Public Health Emergency Declaration, just like what we're talking about in this video, starting to come up for possible termination or removal/expiration. So there's a lot of different things that are kind of coming to the end of the rope right now, and ultimately, unfortunately, it's going to impact a lot of people, especially low-income people. So again, I'm not here to scare anybody, but I'm here to tell you what is actually going on and what we need to be aware of going forward. Now, here's the deal. when it comes to this public health emergency declaration that was passed in the Senate and now going on to the House right now, that I'm talking about, here's a couple things that we have up our sleeve. Number one, Nancy Pelosi has said she's not going to bring it to the floor for a vote. That's a good thing if you are low income and you're somebody who is, like I said, getting those emergency SNAP allotments right now, or Medicaid, stuff like this. Again, that's a good thing. Also, according to what I was finding, it looks like the president and the administration are not in support of ending the public health emergency. So as of right now, it looks like we have a little bit of support for this thing to continue moving on for a little bit longer, beyond potentially even the April 15th expiration as of right now. So there's a couple things we have up our sleeve right now. But again, like I said a minute ago, we need to be aware of this, because someday, I don't know when, it could be in a month, it could be in 3 months, it could be in 6 months, it could be in a year. At some point, someday, this will be allowed to expire, and that's the time we've got to watch for. And as of right now, it's April 15th, unless we get another extension to that going forward, okay? So just wanted to let you know what's going on out there. Anyway, I'm here for you. I'm here right by your side. I truly want to do what I can to make sure that you're staying updated with everything going on and the reality of what's actually happening right now, as far as programs possibly coming in, programs that are expiring, benefits that may be expiring, just things like this. So again, we've got to be aware of everything going on. But for the most part right now, please don't worry about it. I will continue watching everything very closely. As I do get more details, of course, I'll bring that to you right here in these videos. I'll break it all down and let you know what I find. That's my duty here, and that's my dedication to you and the community. So please enjoy your day. Subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share this video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other 2,200 videos right here on the channel. And stay safe out there. Enjoy your day. And please remember, I'm here to help you out in any way that I can. I'll catch you again later in the next video. Enjoy, and I'll see you.